Good morning, everyone. Day 4, Thursday. This is our day at sea. It's a really nice, calm day out. It's probably like 6:30, maybe 6:45. Not a lot of people up yet. We're just barely getting up, having some coffee, enjoying our balcony view. We got some more pastries, and this time we got some bagels with cream cheese along with our coffee. It's about 7:30. Finished my coffee and little breakfast we had delivered to the room. Everyone else is still kind of chilling, getting around, so I'm gonna wander, which means you are too. Let's go. So the elevators are terrible on this ship. Now granted, right now, maybe they work okay, but we've pretty much been using the stairs. Well, let's go out here. This is the Lido deck. So we were here last night for the 80s thing. That was cool. Looks like the pool's still closed right now. I don't know what time they open. But you can come out and scope out your spot. Let's go to the back of the ship. Now, I forget what they call it. It's not the continental breakfast, but they call it something like a mid-breakfast or something. Is available in the buffet in about 5 minutes. From the app, it looked like scrambled eggs and sausage and your usual breakfast fare. But unlike the restaurant, you help yourself. It's like the ice cream is down. The beverage stations are going low. They got coffee and juice. They got cereal here. Well, actually it looks like they're open. Look at that. So they got fruits and cereal and yogurts and cheeses and meats, bagels, toast, hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, tater tots, sausage, crispy little sandwiches, French toast bits, breakfast pizza, muffins, croissants. So this is exactly what we had for our room service. We got oatmeal and Danish over here and topping. Build your own omelet. And then it's just mirrored over here. But we're gonna make our way all the way to the front of the ship. Take a look at the pools and hot tubs up here, which again probably aren't going to be open, but we can at least see what it's looking like. And again, this is our day at sea, so we are anticipating things to be busier today since people cannot get off the ship. Looks like they are having both buffets open, which I guessed yesterday, for that very reason that you can't get off the ship. There's gonna be a lot more people, I think, hitting up these areas. It's a really nice morning out. Don't really know what the temperature is because I don't have internet connection, but it feels very nice. I guess on the chillier side, but I would not call it cold by any means. Looks like the pizza place is open. They're making like breakfast pizzas. Maybe it's similar to what they had inside that I saw. So back here again, spa is closed. Pool is closed. But you can come out and stake out your spot. Right now, all still closed off. Ooh, it is slippery. And maybe it's just my sandals, I don't know. I seem to be the only one having issues walking around, but I don't know. Let's go up here and hopefully we don't fall down. Alright, so now we are on level 11. Get a better view from up here. I like these little sun loungers, though, the little, whatever they are, little like day beds, I guess. Up there is the walking path that we saw last time. And the putt-putt. Looks like people are walking around, getting their morning walks in. This is the other side of the ship. Looks pretty much like our view on our side of the ship. But it looks like there's some folks getting ready. Just doing some stretching. So I think pretty obvious. There's definitely people up, but it is not empty. And it is, in all fairness, 7:30 in the morning. I think a lot of the folks don't wake up this early anyway, never mind on their vacation. So this seems unfortunate. Not much of a view right here. So I don't think I saw this yesterday, or at least didn't come over here. So it was a fun yard, I guess. Oh. It's kind of blew open there. Alright, there's a set of restrooms here. Oh, okay. So now we're back at the Lido deck pool. Well, I guess I realize it's the entire deck, but I think for wayfinding, a lot of times we just refer to this as the Lido area, I guess. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think I saw this bar open at all. But again, with everybody being on the ship today, I wonder if they will open it. We have been up here a few times though to play games and that kind of thing. We were playing ping pong the other day. It's a cool area. It's very nice, and they do have a lot of games here, by the way. This is a whole shelf of games. And there's ample seating too, so the kids can play if that's the thing, and the adults want to just sit and chill. So we're gonna continue heading towards the back of the ship, I guess. And we'll walk this way. We'll say the ship is pretty. This whole Italian theming is nice. Actually, don't know how much we've shown you this, but so this is kind of where we are. Actually, there's not much left on here, so I guess I gotta go up or down. And so this is basically that whole thing, the Lido. Not much up on 11, so I guess we should drop down to 5 or 4. 3 I think is where we started the whole thing. Maybe let's go 4. Walk around. Alright, let's try this thing.
4, car W.
Oh. Alright, there it is. That was unusual though. That is not a normal thing. It's only because it's 7 something in the morning. These elevators have been terrible. Couple of things. One, you're supposed to press that screen out there the number of times you have in your party, number of people. It does say it on the TV, but no one's paying attention. And of course, why that matters is that and here's the TVs. That matters, of course, when the elevator gets there. If it thinks it's only picking up 2 people or 1 person, there's only room for 1 person. And of course, everyone's standing there going, "Oh my God, there's not enough room." So try to keep that in mind. Oh, I don't think I saw this place. In fact, I know I didn't see this before. So they open at 9:30 through 11, but I don't believe you can have it. Although last night, the last night of your cruise, they used to give you the bottle up to 1, I believe. So maybe, I guess we could peek back. We do like this bar. The lobby bar is cool. It's very pretty down here, and they've had live music and things from that pulpit there. Pretty sure we've shown you, but I apologize if we didn't. We've been having a really good time on this cruise. But it does mean, I suppose, the video may have suffered a bit. But hey, we always try to take you along with us and just sort of share what we're doing as best we can, and that's what we're doing here. We've had a really good time hanging out with the friends that we came with, and of course that's the main point, main focus. I think you guys have gotten the gist, and probably, you know, I don't know if this is all just gonna be one giant video or multiple, but you'll have an idea of what our experience was. We'll talk about a little bit what we thought worked, what didn't, that kind of stuff. So I think in the end you'll be alright. So I'm walking through the casino and they normally don't like filming, so I will shut it off, but not before I do one of these. Bad. 31 bucks. Alright, so we're exiting the casino. I stopped for a minute and played. Put in 60, got down to like 40 basically, and then won a 30-something dollar jackpot. That was nice. So I'm actually up 10. Not a bad way to start our stroll this morning. Here's the Heroes Tribute Bar, which we haven't had a chance to come check out. It's really cool in here. It's like a sports bar, and then of course homage to our men and women service members. Nice amount of seating in here, small bar. This is where the art is normally hanging. So I guess they take it down every night. Guess there's a few pieces of it. Or maybe they sold it, who knows. Maybe they actually box it up and get it ready for people to take. That could actually be a possibility. Oh, look, a lot of the art is in here. But I know... Oh, so yeah, this is the Limelight Lounge. Sorry. Don't know if I mentioned that before. So ultimately, too, Michelangelo's restaurant is back here. It's where we've been going for breakfast and our dinners. And it can be open here and also down below. So I think it looks like maybe down below is what's happening today. So maybe we'll go up to 5 and then walk our way back. So here's the motor bar and lounge. Now we were in here the other night. Looks like right now it's wristbands only, but this is a nice area. We enjoyed our time here. Live music. Over here is the Tuscan Lounge. I believe this is where later on today there's some Harry Potter trivia. But this is a nice open area, and this big digital wall here is cool. Looks like they got some like wine casks against the wall there. A lot of seating in here. I guess I didn't realize how much seating was in here. And we did walk the outside decks our very first day. The decks seem to be the same all down. I will say though, a good amount of seating as well, which is just nice. Sometimes that's what you need, right? You got this bar here. Or I should say that's where the bar is, and then all the seating was over here. This is where the photo things are. So they do have photo packages you can purchase, and I think you could probably just buy one-offs, and I'd imagine, you know, anything that you want to check out. So let's see if we can do this. See if any photos come up. That did log me in. Oh, this was from our fancy dinner, I guess. From our fancy dinner, and then so you get a digital image for $18.99 at an 8x10 print, same price, or 2 5x7s, same price, or you can get it on a 16x20 canvas for $60. I've seen this before too. We've shown you this. I can't remember where we were, but they take a a close-up of your iris and your pupil, and then they do this with it. I mean, listen. At first it's a little weird, although I can appreciate the art aspect of it, but I'm not sure that needs to go in our house. They got the sunglasses here. Now we were at this bar lounge the very first day, I believe, and this was great. We like sitting here. This is Frizzanti, and this was a great place to just hang out. Now this place, I guess it's a pay restaurant, so I guess it's not included in your thing. But I don't know, seems nice. But yeah, this was really relaxing our first day. This was a nice way for us to settle in. I like the vibes in here. Also this big mural on the wall. The countryside of Italy. Restrooms, watch shop, and the same bags we saw at the other store last night. So this is we saw this bar as well, so we're coming up on the piano bar, but this is the Amari bar. I gotta be honest, this bar looked kind of boring last night. It's extremely quiet in here, not much going on, and maybe that was just the juxtaposition to the piano bar. But bonsai sushi, we used this kiosk to make our reservation for the teppanyaki that first night. And then over there is Steakhouse 555, and that is definitely a pay restaurant, like it's in addition to your thing, so it's not included. Here's the teppanyaki place, and here's the piano bar. And now we're going back into, I keep calling it the atrium. It's the main lobby. It's the very first lobby we were at when we entered the ship. But they got all these, this is like a salon, and this was the store we were at last night. And here's the lobby bar or atrium or whatever. I realize it's not really an atrium, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But it does look like we're running out of space, or things to see, I should say. So it is now almost 8 o'clock, so we've been walking around for like a half hour. I think I might, make our way back towards my people and our rooms, because that's the only thing beyond here is there's the theater right here, and then I don't think it really goes much further. So I do think kind of at our end here, so you can see where we are on the ship. So we pretty much looked at 4, 5, and 10, and some of 11. And I guess that's really all that's here. I think that's pretty good. And actually, I guess this is where our room is, so maybe I should go back one. Thanks for hanging out with me and wandering the ship this morning. This is actually quite nice. In another hour or so, it's gonna be super busy around here. And then a few hours after that, it's gonna be real busy around here. So no sense filming the place we just came from. So I am gonna head back, meet up with Marzz and probably our group, and then we'll figure out what's going on today. Our last day on the cruise, our day at sea. Alright, so I didn't get much, because we had already eaten a bagel and some stuff, so I just got some scrambled eggs, and it's actually a chicken sausage patty. Marzz got some tots, a hard-boiled egg, and some oatmeal with some nuts and fruit. We do have this ladder in our way, but it's alright. We grabbed a bigger table because we're not sure if our friends are going to join or not, but we figured at least there's the option. So it's about noon and a lot more people. I would say over the past hour it really picked up. They're doing some announcements right now, but the music has definitely gotten a lot louder, so it's very lively out here, in full swing on our last day at sea here. Just to give you an update on the crowd levels. For example, here's Guy's Burger Joint. The lines were much longer today, although I will say they moved pretty quickly. I think I was in line for just a hair over 10 minutes. Alright, this is our last towel animal, or however this works. Our last night in our room. Tomorrow is the embarkation day, or whatever they call it. We actually didn't get to sign up for like a time slot, so I really don't know when we're getting off. But I'm sure they're gonna kick us off at some point. We're gonna pack up, get our stuff ready for the morning. Yeah, it's been a really good time. Not sure if we'll have another chance to end, so I think we'll end this here. I don't know if this has been a multi-video or one long conglomerate. I know our filming has been a little weird, but yeah. But anyway.
Oh, that's good. I like this ship over the other one we were on before, because it's more relaxing. I just wish they had more like pools or a spot for the kids, because they just want to splash on you. So that part was kind of annoying, but other than that, the food was good. I
Yeah,
love this room.
Yeah, food was good. The services were good.
The room was nice and big.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing. We got some sun.
Yeah, I would definitely choose this floor again. I think the 8th floor is a good floor to be on, and even our location, front to back was good. Yeah, we had easy access. I think, the elevators we discussed, but other than that, it was real nice.
Yeah, definitely the best thing was getting that coffee service in the morning.
Yeah, it was nice. I'll miss that tomorrow. But having coffee delivered to the room was really nice. Didn't have to fight the crowds and all that. It was good. So it's a little overcast, but otherwise, seemingly nice day. Yeah, we kind of snuck in here early morning, late last night kind of thing. I think I felt it moving around a little bit. This is kind of like our Ensenada day, I think. Probably arrived a couple hours ago. Had a really good time. I think we gave you a little bit of a recap. You can see I got some sun. This was a great trip for us, just to hang out with friends and get out, obviously not work for a week, basically, that kind of stuff. That was the primary thing of it. I understand the video may be a little choppy, sorry about that, but our priority was just to have fun and hang out with our friends. I think overall we would definitely do this again, in my opinion. Specifically the room, I told you, we absolutely love the room. The being on level 8 was really convenient, and then with the elevator thing not being so great, it really helped to be on this floor. Quick access to Lido deck and upward, and then fairly quick access down to like the dinner area at Michelangelo's. Another thing that stood out to me is, regardless of where we're at, there was usually a restroom pretty close nearby. That's just a nice to have, right? It's convenient. Same with the food. There was usually something to eat nearby if you needed it. So it did have room service for a fee for other types of food. You saw us do basically what I would call continental breakfast, and it was free of charge, and we scheduled that the night before. But they did have other food items if you needed it or wanted it. I do think shops were limited, but that's okay. I mean, I don't know that we were going to shop a lot anyways, but I guess in my head I thought there was just more, just to wander through and look around. Plenty of places to drink, plenty of places to sit, actually. I don't think most of this was used on the outside. And it would have been really nice to sit out. I think it's just enough time to try to do some of the main stuff that you want maybe every day, like we didn't even do the ropes course and stuff, but our friends did. We didn't go to like a comedy show or stage show or any of that, but they were all available. Now, obviously they do that on purpose. You just don't have enough time to do everything, nor should you, and that's okay. But my point being, with just the seating factor, like there's actually just a bunch of places it would have been nice to relax and have a conversation and chill out. And we just didn't do that because we were so busy with the other stuff. On that, I say we're busy, but I also feel like it was very relaxed. I feel like there was many times where we just kind of chilled, even split up. Everyone kind of did their own thing or took a nap or whatever. So again, that's the way we approached it with our group and with us. And worked out great. We had a great time. I don't really feel like we missed a whole lot. Like I said, we didn't do the ropes thing, but I know they did. But overall, that was our choice, number one. Number two, I still thought it was great. I had a great time. I didn't feel super rushed. Nice and relaxed, but at the same time, busy. So that's kind of my recap of it. Hopefully that makes sense. But as always, please comment down below if you guys have questions, or maybe you've been on a similar cruise, same cruise. Let us just know what you think. It's a good conversation for not just us, but other viewers. Leave little trail there so they can look at it. I think our purpose is the same, of just bringing along with us, but at the same time, hopefully answer a few questions for you if you're looking to do the same thing. So I am going to slip this in before our sort of outro, so sorry, we're going to repeat a little bit of this. I just wanted to note something for today, because we're going to get off to another leg of this vacation, kind of a new adventure, and I think we'll definitely separate the two and make a separate video for that. We're back, day 4, trying to get Orson to stay.
He wants to play.
Yeah, and it's almost his last meal of the day time. I don't want to say the word. But day 4 is our day at sea, and we basically just tried to chill. I was very concerned though, with no port, there would just be an influx of people on the ship, right? Like we would notice it considerably, that the fact that people can't leave, like they don't have the option. But I thought it was really good.
I think it was because that night before they had so many events going on the ship that people are probably like partying and dancing. So this day people slept in. Like I noticed when we went to breakfast, there was not that many people there. But once we were heading over to get ready for the pool and go to the pool area, there was tons more people going to the locations to eat breakfast. So it was one of those, we kind of just missed it, and then we were able to get to our pool area with hardly anyone there. And then again, for the most part, people hang out in the main pools versus like where we were, because it's kind of like the back of the ship. And then when they wanted to go to the slides, most people weren't hanging out on those types of benches. But when we were getting ready to leave, they were starting to fill up.
Yeah, and I will say the pools are all small like that. There's no like real big pool on this thing.
Yeah, like one of the pools said it fit 35 people. I'm like, how? This is like 10 people.
Yeah, and then even the hot tubs, that says something like about like you can be there 15 minutes and then you're supposed to get out, that kind of stuff. But
no.
Yeah, people camped out for a long time.
There was one hot tub. It was two hot tubs, one on each side of the pool in the back of the ship. And one said adults, and then the other one said family. And the kids didn't care, and neither did their parents. They weren't even in the hot tubs with them half the time. So they were just coming in, jumping in, swimming in the hot tub, then running and jumping in the cold pool, and like back and forth. And I noticed on one of them, these ladies were just telling them, "This is the adult one. You have to not make waves here." It didn't work.
Well, the day before though it did, because like we saw the like lifeguard guy tell one kid to get out, and he almost had that kid in tears. Although I think he was correct. The kid just didn't like being told what to do. But
yeah, but this day was mostly like a lazy Sunday kind of for us, because we woke up a little bit later than normal, but still had our room service. It was nice. Coffee and pastries on their balcony, and then we got ready for the day and went to breakfast. We did the buffet this time for breakfast because we wanted to see what offerings they had, which was nice. And the one thing that I liked that I've missed is they had the avocados from Mexico, not the Florida avocados that are so weird.
Yeah, the breakfast was really good, and then we ended up being in different spots, just kind of hanging out. And again, I just thought that it was nice having like an abundancy of chairs and things like that. I didn't feel like you had to fight for it. There were signs, again, that said something like you can't hold your spot. Like basically a towel doesn't count to hold your spot. A little weird, a little bit of micromanaging there. But luckily no one seemed to enforce that, because we totally did it. We definitely put our towels down and then went to get drinks or something like that and came back to our spots. So.
Yeah, and then one of us was always in that chair area anyways, and like enjoying it, so it wasn't like you just put it in there for the entire day and didn't use it once.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, and that's a good point. It's not like we were gone for extended periods. I'm saying though,
like
we put our towels down, we all went to get a drink, and then we came back. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was nice laying out, because again, it was been chilly for me, so this was like, oh, sunshine.
And it was, well, that's what I was gonna say though. It was actually not. It was overcast, but you were still getting the heat. You were still getting the UV, obviously. So it was nice. We actually got quite a bit of a tan this day. We put on sunscreen, but we didn't reapply, I think was our problem. But oh well. Luckily, we didn't get totally burned. We just got some tan lines we had to work out later.
It was nice because we've been pale for so long.
But seeing how this was our last day, basically, I will note real quick, the next day we did not pick a de-embarkation time through the app. We were too late.
And we tried.
Well, we were trying to sync with our friends, and then they were doing it with us, and then basically in the end, I don't think anybody did it. And then you went to the app to try to do it, and the button was grayed out. You just couldn't click on nothing. So we just thought, well, I don't know what that means. Kind of like a plane, when you don't check in, you're just the last boarding group now. So we kind of thought that's where we were at. It turned out next morning we went to the buffet for breakfast because room service was not available. We had some coffee and food, and then while we were sitting there, our friends messaged us through the app and said, hey, there's like no line basically. So regardless of your group, if you want to get off right now, you can. So we did. We had nothing else to do. We were just waiting around to be told when we could leave. So that turned out to be really good.
'Cause we already had breakfast. We were just hanging out, and then I was like, well, if we have to do the hassle of getting off the ship, if it's going to be as crazy as when we got on the ship, I'd rather just get it over with and get on with our day.
Yeah, and I will make a note too. So Marzz paid for the Wi-Fi package, and I believe one of our other friends did too. I ended up paying for the messaging ability through the app. It was $5 a person, and because we were all grouped together, even though we had technically separate reservations, I was able to add our friends and I paid the $5, no big deal. And so we could message through the app because I didn't feel the need to get the Wi-Fi, and I didn't expect everyone else to get the Wi-Fi. So it was a cheap way for us to communicate with each other. Now, the only bit is you basically had to have the app open all the time. So like, you could do other things, but just don't completely close the app, and you could get the notifications faster.
And you did, like, we have Apple phones, so it would pop up saying, like, Nathan Smith has sent a message, and you could click on it. But, yeah, you can't, like, swipe up the app. You have to leave it open.
Yeah.
But I got the internet package because our dog was boarded in Florida, and one of my friends was our emergency contact for him, and he had gotten ill on the second day, so I just wanted to make sure he was okay, and if they needed approvals or anything, they could get a hold of me. And they did remind me not to work and just enjoy my vacation. But it was nice to have the Wi-Fi because I also fall asleep listening to the rain sounds on the Calm app. So I had the Calm app service because I had forgotten to download it ahead of time before we had no service. So that was kind of helpful. I could fall asleep.
Yeah, so those are some decent reasons, especially the dog one, obviously, to get and pay for the Wi-Fi. Although from my perspective, since she did it, right, I didn't need to, and it was fine. So take that as you will. Depends on your needs and how you're going to use it. But I did think the messaging through the app was nice, and for $5 for the entire trip was $1 a day. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, and like even having the Wi-Fi service didn't mean that you had like ability to text through Wi-Fi and all that stuff. It was just that you had service to receive messages. You could email, but you couldn't, and do like social media, but you couldn't like text out or receive phone calls like that. You had to pay for a different package.
Now that we're back, would you have done anything differently?
Yes. Pack less. I overpacked for the cruise and underpacked for Disneyland.
Yeah, spoiler, our next few videos will be Disneyland. I didn't tell you guys that. It's fine.
As for what we did on the ship, I don't think there's anything I would do different. Like, I liked what we did. I guess probably take Dramamine after lunch times, because the nighttime when the boat is really moving, that was starting to get to me, like especially at dinner. Like, since we were sitting in the back of the ship, I could really feel the motions, and it was one of those, I was trying to look at my food like just to cut it, and it was like, whoa. And I don't get motion sickness that bad, but I do get car sick from time to time, and it started feeling like that. And it was one of those, I don't feel terrible, but I don't feel great right now. I think if I would have taken it after lunch and just let it settle in, then I would be fine. But as for what we ate and did, I liked it. It was a lot of fun, but to the point where it was relaxing. It wasn't, we must do this and we must do that. And there was things we wanted to do. Like, I know one of the days I wanted to go try to find this like Build-A-Bear thing or like this trivia thing, but I wasn't upset that we missed them because we were enjoying what we were doing, and that was the mindset going into this trip. So let's enjoy our friends and what we're into while we can. We don't have an agenda per se. So I really like that.
Yeah, and then for us too, I know it's going to be different for everyone, but I liked too that on that same note that when our friends wanted to do something, they just went and did it.
Yeah.
There was no, weirdness like, oh, well, everyone else didn't want to, and then so they missed out or something like that. No, they just went and did it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Live your life.
Yeah.
Only get one.
Yeah, so again, I actually don't have any changes either. I think what we did was what we needed to do for the time. Obviously, if we did it all over again right now, we might do completely different things. It really was kind of how we were feeling. So
But I enjoyed it, and I liked the kids. And I had little ducks to hide around the ship too every night. So being able to join in on that duck hiding thing was fun. They got so excited when they would find ducks. Although, man, some of those ducks are tiny.
yeah, and I don't have the counts here. Sorry, maybe I'll do a follow up, but I felt like the drink package was worth it. I know you guys are probably wondering. Even if you didn't drink a whole bunch, think of it this way: if you had, um, one in the morning, which we did not always do that, but I think we had a Bloody Mary one time, and I had like a screwdriver. But think of it like this: if you have like, one at lunch, one in the afternoon, something like that, give or take, maybe two at dinner, and then one in the evening, you made your money. That's worth it right there. All you have to do is hit 5 for the day.
And for me, it's not even about that. It's less hassle. You could just go up and order what you wanted. You didn't have to worry about how much is this, or hold on, let me pull my card out and swipe it. Like it was taken care of. And even the tip was taken care of ahead of time for us. So it was one of those. I'm not worried about, oh, which one are we going to, or is that drink too expensive, or do we have a budget for this one? We budgeted in advance for this, so it was just enjoying what we were doing. And that's always been like the thing I like when we do these kinds of trips is what is going to be convenient and easy for us at the current time of our life, not what is going to be the cheapest.
Yeah, and I know our other friends agreed for the same reasons too. Just not having to count, do the calculation for money every time you went and got one. You just knew it was already done. Now, I'm sure we were all kind of looking, at least a few of us, okay, are we hitting our minimums or whatever? Is it going to be worth it? But not to the extent that we had to have more just to hit that thing. I think we all hit it naturally, which again goes back to what we were saying. Just kind of our kind of chill and relaxed attitude on this trip.
Yeah, like I knew going into this, I wasn't gonna have 15 drinks in a day every day. That's crazy. I would be dead.
And I don't think any of us hit 15, but yeah, it was just nice not to count it, and that's a good point too. So the tip technically is already included. You can give more. It's completely up to you. Also, I guess it depends too if you paid in advance. We did, so our gratuities were already covered for, and there was no hidden fees later. There was no surprises at the end. Um, I knew everything that we were charged for, and I see clickbait videos on YouTube for that, and listen, that was not our experience.
And that was our thing. So, like, we didn't want to worry too about like, oh, I'm gonna go up to the bar. I have to have cash to tip them, or I want to do this to tip them. It's like, no, we're gonna just allot for that and put it ahead of time and just pay for the gratuities ahead of time.
Yeah.
And that is what we would have done at the ship itself, because it's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, unless they'd had like some outstanding service that we felt like tipping them extra, then we would have. But I mean, everything here was just here you go and walk away kind of a thing. It wasn't anything crazy, but I did enjoy like the first day. I could have a glass of champagne for the ship taking off, and I didn't have to be like, oh, wait, which champagne is this, kind of a thing. Can I have your housemate stuff? Like some of the items we had was nice drinks and nice mixtures, and so it was cool. Here's my card. I already paid for this.
Yeah, and I think overall that's the whole point of the cruise in general. Everything's prepaid, everything's taken care of. All you have to do is get on the ship. You got the meals, you got the drinks, you got everything you need right there.
I like too that we've never been on this type of ship. This is like Italian style ship. It's not like the normal ones they have, but all of the character it brought and like the unique artwork on every floor was very nice. Like I caught myself every time we went up and downstairs like finding new art pieces to look at. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, so I think overall for us, this Carnival cruise on the Firenze. Told you I was gonna mess that up every time, but it was technically a 4-day cruise to Catalina and Ensenada. Was perfect for us. We had a really great time, so I think we do both recommend it.
Yeah, thumbs up. Look, I'm tan.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the series. Until next time, bye-bye.